Now, to the critic who says Democrats' new epiphany on deficits is a bit much and a bit soon. Freshman Republican Congressman from Hawaii, Charles Djou. Congressman, good to have you. What do you make of this newfound concern for deficits?
Aloha, Neil. Thank you very much for having me on your show. Well, you know what, Neil? Raising $3.8 trillion in new taxes at any time is a bad idea. Raising these taxes in the middle of an economic downturn is a terrible idea. The current majority in Congress has spent hundreds of billions of dollars to try and turn around the economy with this so-called stimulus package. It has utterly failed. The thought that they could just raise taxes to try and turn around the economy is utterly wrong and nonsensical.
Yeah, but it's not as if you guys ever found or kept religion on the same issue, right? I mean, I know you're newly elected, the first Republican elected in quite a long time in Hawaii, maybe first ever for all I know.
Yeah.
But my point is, Republicans lost their majority because they said one thing and did another. So your party is hardly the one to preach fiscal austerity now.
You know, Neil, you're absolutely right. What the Republicans previously did in the Bush administration, running up a $500 billion budget deficit, was wrong. But you don't make that right by running up a $1.5 trillion budget deficit today, as the current Democratic majority in Congress has done. We are spending too much money on programs that do not work with no plan to pay it back. And the idea that now...
But what do you then, let me turn around, Congressman, the Democrats' attack on you. That they're saying now you got to pay for everything. It might be newfound religion, but that's what they say. Now, it didn't apply to unemployment. Wait a minute. Didn't apply to unemployment benefits. Does apply to the rich tax cut. You're saying go ahead and give the rich tax cut and don't pay for it. Pay for the unemployment benefits. So, just the flip side of the same kind of weird coin.
You know, what I'm saying is we're spending too much money. Deficits do matter. We need to hold these budget deficits down and our ballooning national debt down. You don't have to look farther than the nation of Greece to realize here, if we don't take care of our fiscal house, it'll soon take care of us.
Yeah, but where do you draw the line? The reason why I go after both sides on this, Congressman, is where do you draw the line? Obviously, you don't have to pay for tax cuts. You do have to pay for unemployment benefits. Why not pay for both?
The reason we need to hold down taxes is because we need to encourage more entrepreneurs and investors to create jobs. It is in small businesses where the overwhelming majority of jobs in our nation are created today.
Then why not, for the sake of argument, then, when the Democrats counter, that's $40 billion, find money to pay for that up front, even if you find it a silly argument, dare them and double dare them and say, all right, we did. Here's how we're going to pay for it. Now give us our tax cuts. Then you'd leave them having to answer.
Well, look, what we need to do is you need to hold down government spending, and we need to hold down taxes to create economic growth. That's the way we turn around our economy.
On that $40 billion for the rich, to keep the rich tax cuts going, would you be open to give back to Democrats $40 billion in spending savings to pay for them?
Yes, I'm more than willing to hold down spending on all fronts.
$40 billion 1 year. Would you come up with $40 billion, the cost of extending the tax cuts on the wealthy, for 1 year? Would you do that?
You know, Neil, I would go more than hold down $40 billion. We're running a $1.5 trillion budget deficit this year. That's the largest budget deficit in American history by a factor of 3. It's more than $40 billion. We need to come with $40 billion multiplied by 20.
All right. Well, 1 year, that might be a bit much, but you never know. Congressman, it's always good having you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Aloha.